So we are going to go with our regular training sessions, day 3. Okay. So day 1, what did we discuss about? Application, types of applications, and advantage to have different types of applications, and operator ID, OOTB terminals. And day 2, what are we done with? Creating FW and IMPL. This is what we have. Everyone clear? After that, we logged into both of the applications and we have seen how to log in. You must be on mute all the time. Please be on mute. Okay. Kindly, please be on mute. Okay. So today is day 3. See, what are we going to do now? So we are now going to look at understanding about what we are done yesterday. Okay. So a little bit more better understanding about the practical what we have done yesterday. Okay, clear everyone? So let's log into our application. First we will go to framework application. Okay. So today's what are we going to discuss about? Understanding the application layer structure. What is that? Layer structure. So the application layer structure is the one which we are going to understand. 60. Okay. So understanding the application layer structure. Okay. So we created 2 applications, right? We created 2 applications. One is FW application. Second one is IMPL application. So first let's log into FW application. We should have the credentials of the same, right, with us. We are now going to log in. After that, I am going to show you the relation between the applications. Okay, I will tell you the concept. Just hold on. Dev FW @ what is our application? safe.com. Password I have used is roles. I logged in. So after you log in, what you should do? We have to always go with Dev Studio. As of now, it is going to load App Studio. I will tell you what is App Studio later. But what are we going to focus on? Dev Studio we are going to look at. Okay. Let's click on App Studio and then choose to go with Dev Studio that you are aware of. You should be doing that. Go to Dev Studio. Okay. So, okay. I went to Dev Studio here. See, now I am going to tell you the concept of built-on application. What am I going to tell you is built-on application. Okay. I will open one diagram. Hold on. Okay. See here, this diagram is okay. Open with Paint. Okay. Look at here now. See, name of the application can be anything. Concept is important. Okay. See, we have already Pega platform application, correct? What will be there in the Pega platform application? What will be there inside Pega platform? It will have OOTB features. It will have what? OOTB features will be there in Pega platform application. Okay. On top of Pega platform application, we created FW application, correct? Name can be anything. Framework application is created on top of Pega platform. And implementation application is created on top of framework application. Yes or no? Implementation application is created on top of framework application. Now there is one terminology that we need to understand. See, this FW application is built on top of Pega platform. Yes or no? And implementation application is built on top of framework application. Okay. So this is built on framework. This is built on Pega platform. So bottom one, what we call is, this bottom one is called as built on application. What is this called as? Built on application. Everyone clear the terminology? Now this is also built on application. See, this is built on Pega platform. This is built on application. Okay, you understand the concept? This is built on top of this one. Okay, then bottom one is called as built on application. Built on means parent, something like that, you can understand. Built on means big, base to that. Okay, this is based on some other application, right? This base is called built on application. That is the terminology they will be using in Pega. Clear? I will show you. See, you know that this application is created on top of Pega platform. Safeco FW framework application is created on top of what? Pega platform. How do you know that? Because you created it. At the time of creation, we clicked on Pega platform. So I mean, like, build from scratch, which means it will be created on top of Pega platform. That we know. But what if we wanted to see where this relation is being done? It should be added somewhere, right? So this application is built on top of another application. That is forward engineering you have done already. You created. But this relation should have been made somewhere, right? One application on top of another application, as I shown in diagram, it should be there. So I wanted to see built on application of that. Now let's look at the built on application of Safeco FW application. For that, click on application menu, then choose definition. Choosing this, it opens current applications details. Current applications, it will open current applications details. So that is what it is going to open. So if you want to see the details of any rule in Pega, you need to go where? Definition. The definition means its details. That is the meaning of definition. Definition means its details. Okay, for anything you want to see the details, you should go through definition. Okay, here you go now. So this is application menu, right? And then choose what? Definition. I have chosen definition. Now here you go, definition. See, for framework application, Safeco Insurance Group, you can see here, built on application is Theme Cosmos. You remember we created traditional. I'll tell you just a high level. There are some user interface updates done by Pega that are being placed in Theme Cosmos. As a separate application, they created it. As of now, we don't need to focus on this. Okay. So now here you go. Click on edit icon against Theme Cosmos to see its built on application. Okay. Theme Cosmos, beside that there is an edit icon. That is an open icon. I'm going to click on that. That is icon you can see there, open. It will open that application. What is the built on application now? What is the built on application? Pega rules means?
Pega rules.
The built on application is Pega rules, or we also call it as Pega platform. How do I open the definition of Pega rules application? Now I need to click on edit icon. Click on edit icon. To open Pega rules application definition. Pega rules application definition. Let me open that. See here, I am going to click on edit icon here. Open. Is there any built on application? Is there any built on application? There is no built on application. What does it mean? There is no built on application means That's the complete bottom application. That is the foundation. Understand? Now you see here, if you leave about theme Cosmos in between, our framework application is built on which application? Pega platform. Okay.
Pega platform.
You can ignore you can ignore for now. No need to think about it. If we ignore theme Cosmos, then our FW application is built on top of Pega platform. Clear, everyone? So here you go. This is the structure. What is this one? What is our application? Safeco. I am writing for our better understanding, like FW application. What is this one?
Pega.
You don't need to bother about the middle one. So this is, what is this one? This is built on. I'll also say for your understanding, parent application. Okay. And this is FW. This is what we created. Correct? Yes or no? Done. Okay. So now let's look at implementation application. Let's look at what? Implementation application. Okay. Let me close everything here. Log off from this. Click on this, log off and log into implementation application. Log into IMPL app. Okay. And that is just a simple. So what did I do now? I just shown you what is being created. So you created it in a forward engineering process. After we created it, we have seen where is this relation linking is being done between one application to another application. At the time of creating, we discussed like we are creating it on top of Pega platform, we are creating it on top of framework, like that. But whatever that we have done practically, where is that application is built on top of another application? Where can I see that? That place I have shown you. Okay, now
implementation.
We are now going to log into implementation application. Please be on mute kindly. Dev impl @safe.com, right? Password rules. Okay, here you go now. Dev Studio. Okay, so now, click on application menu. Do what? Definition. Application menu and then choose definition. So what is the built-on application now? What is this one? Safeco IN means? I told you. When we create our applications, we got application label and application ID. ID is the actual name. For implementation, the name is Safeco Auto. For framework, the name is Safeco IN. So our implementation application is built on the built-on application for our implementation application is, what is that? FW application. That is what we can see there. Now we created like this. What is that we created? So here you go now. On top of it, we got our implementation. Safeco IMPL app. Okay, this is implementation. So now this is built on our parent application. It will become built on app for IMPL. Okay, this is built on app for FW application. Yes or no? So this is what we have done. Everyone clear? Done. Completed. See, what is the reason I have shown you all these things? Okay, let me tell you. See, here you go now. See, if I want to open the definition of this framework application now, I don't need to log into framework application. How can I open? Edit icon. Here is edit icon, right? If I click on edit icon, it will open this framework application rule form. Okay, it will open to show. Again, the same way, theme Cosmos until we can go up to megahertz. This is just navigation purpose, I'm telling. Next, what is the reason I have seen this? I have shown this to you. See, for example, just imagine you are trying to create framework application on top of Pega platform, which you did. Okay, when you create framework application on top of Pega platform, then built on application will be Pega rules ultimately. And as the next requirement, you wanted to create implementation application on top of framework. But what did you do? At the time of creating implementation application, you have clicked on build from scratch and you proceeded forward. Understand? You clicked on where? Build from scratch and you proceeded forward. Now what will happen? Now what is going to happen? Your implementation application, what will be your built on application for your implementation application? At the time of creating implementation application, you clicked on build from scratch and you proceeded forward. So now where does your implementation application gets created?
Pega rules.
1 minute. మీరు ఏ క్లాస్ కి?
Pega platform. Pega rules.
ఈరోజు ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ మీది క్లాస్ అయిపోయినాక మాట్లాడండి మళ్ళీ కూర్చో. మోస్ట్లీ మీకు అర్థం కాకపోవచ్చు క్లాస్ ఏమి. Yeah, that would have been created on top of Pega platform. Okay, na? So the implementation application that you created, it would have been created on top of Pega platform. That is a mistake we have done. Okay, how to correct it now? See, this is what we have done. I will show you. Okay, so here you go. This is I'm sorry. This is Pega platform, and your FW application is created on top of Pega platform. And again, this is Pega platform. Your implementation application is also created on top of Pega platform only. That's what you have done by mistake. And I will tell you another point. Okay, and what is this one? FW app. What is this one? IMPL app. By mistake you did it. Okay, now you see one more point I'll tell you. This is editable. What is this? This built on application section is there, right? This is editable, means I can remove it. I can choose something else if I want to choose. I am not doing any changes here, but I'm just giving you information and idea. Now, if you have made this mistake, this is the mistake we have made. By mistake, a framework application is built from scratch. Implementation also I did build from scratch. As a result, my implementation created on top of Pega platform, but I thought of creating my implementation on top of framework. I'm sorry. I thought of creating implementation on top of framework. This is what I wanted to actually create on top of it. How can I achieve this now? So after practical is completed, it is created. I want to make changes now in such a way that I wanted to bring the implementation application on top of framework application. How can I achieve it? So which definition I have to go? You need to go to implementation application definition. If you go to implementation application definition, here you should be finding what? That theme Cosmos or Pega rules you will be finding, and here you will be finding one number. This number you will be finding something like this. This is how it will be if you have done that. Okay, Chapand, now what should I do? edit. So I should remove this here. Click the down arrow. You will see Safeco IN. Whatever the framework application you wanted to choose, you will see that. Select it. Remove this number and click the down arrow. Whatever the number that comes, we will be choosing. Okay, I'll tell you about versions later. Okay, clear everyone? So this is what we are going to do actually. So this is what we are going to do. See, by mistake, if you have not created one on top of another, then where to make the changes? That you should know. That's the reason why I was telling all this. Okay. So application to application relation, where it is being done or maintained, why should I know about it? Because suppose if you have not created your implementation application on top of framework by mistake, after both are created successfully, then again you can remap. You can map the implementation to be on framework. Okay. Let's say for example, already one application is created. Okay, I will give you a requirement like this. Just to tell me. I'll go through diagram. Okay. So on top of this one, we have one more framework. What is that? FW2. On top of this one, I have FW2, for example. FW2. So here in this case, just give me 1 minute. So here, this is FW3. What is it? FW3. On top of this FW3, let's say for example, we have implementation. One implementation is there. Understand everyone clear? One IMPL is there. Now I will give you one requirement. This is the structure, application layer structure. Requirement is this FW3 is there, right? It should be placed in between here. It should be placed in between here. Means the result structure should be like this. Pega platform. Let's say for example, if this is FW1, if you call it as FW1, okay, let's say as of now this is FW1. Now the requirement, this is how already applications are running. Business has come to developer and giving them a requirement saying that we have this structure already available, everything you are being provided with credentials. We wanted to bring this FW3 here on top of FW1. Means result structure should be like this. Pega platform, FW1, on top of it FW3, and on top of it FW2 should be there. Then what should happen? Implementation should come here. Implementation should come where? Onto FW3. You understand the requirement? Every one of you understand the requirement? This is the reason why we have learned this. See, you may not be really getting this type of requirement in reality, but if you are able to understand and solve it, that means you learn the subject. Okay, you have the subject knowledge. Think of, you understand the question, right? Everyone online also. Every one of you understand the question? Unmute and okay, I'm available now. Yes, someone please explain. Open FW3 application, change built on application to FW1. So what is the answer for this? Open FW3 application definition, and there you see built on application as Pega platform. I mean like equivalent. Remove that, whatever it is there, and choose what? FW3. So then it is going to come in between these two. Okay, fine. And next you need to bring the implementation application on top of FW2, correct? So if you open an implementation application, what do you see? Usually FW3 you are seeing. Then you change it to FW2. You understand clear everyone? And there is one more thing you have to do. What should I do FW2? For FW2, you need to change it to FW3. That is also another additional change you have to do because we are bringing in between. Okay. So as per the required structure, we have to modify these two as well as this one also, FW2 also. Everyone clear? Online students, are you clear now? There is no network issue from my end. So everything good. It must be from your end. Please
Sir, I
check
have a
once.
doubt.
Yes. What is the question?
Hello, sir. Sir, FW for FW1, FW2, and FW3 both are the implementation framework. Implementation wala. Sir, but how can we shift
These are
implementation layer to
frameworks.
another framework?
FW stands for
Sir,
framework.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, FW2 and then we place FW2 at the on the top of FW1. Both FW2 and FW3 are the frameworks. Like for the FW1, they are the implementation. Now,
No, it's not like that. One framework can be available on another framework. See, one application created on top of another application, it doesn't mean it is implementation. So Pega platform is a framework, correct? On top of it, we have our own business framework, yes or no? On top of our own business framework, we can have one more framework, yes or no? You can have a number of frameworks, one on top of another, but implementations you will not be. Implementations will be parallel. Okay. At some point in time, you stop constructing the frameworks, start with parallel implementations. That's what we are going to do. This will not become an implementation for this. This is a framework. This is another framework on top of existing framework. Okay. Simple example is Pega platform is a framework. On top of it, we have our own application framework. Make sense, everyone? Clear? Online students. That understanding?
yes, sir.
Harsha, one quick question.
Okay. I will okay.
In
You will ask
yeah,
me the question. Hold on. I will explain
yeah,
once again this particular diagram. After that, you can ask me. Our requirement is we want to bring this FW3 on top of FW1, where actually FW2 is there, and also this implementation on top of FW2. This is the requirement. See, at present, with the two diagrams separately, what is the built-on application for FW2? FW1, correct? Okay. Keep that also in mind. That was not been told in the requirement, correct? But still you need to understand as a developer. See, for FW3, the built-on application is Pega platform. Log into FW3, remove that Pega platform and choose what? FW1. You have chosen. Choosing this, what happens, this will come here on top of it. Yes or no? And next to log into implementation and choose FW2. This will come on top of FW2. Up to this, it looks good, but still one more thing is pending. For FW2, FW3 was parent, but we don't want it. For FW2, what should be the parent when it comes in between? FW3 should become parent. Now you need to open FW2 also and make changes to choose FW3. You are clear now? Someone who has posted that question there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is someone was trying to ask a question a few minutes back? What was
Yeah,
that?
what if implementation application, right? What if don't change the parent? If it is FW3, like in that case, like
See,
FW2 and
if you
IMPL
don't
would be
change
same case.
this implementation application instead of FW3, if you don't change it to FW2, what will happen? This will come in between. This will come in between. That is wrong. Okay, you should be changing. Okay, you must be changing. So it should be like a proper layered structure. Implementations can be one beside other. That is okay. But frameworks one beside another is not okay. Usually it is one top of another. Okay.
Okay.
Harsha, I
so
have a
in that
doubt.
case,
Don't think so many different combinations like this.
Uh,
Just a high level,
can
if
you
you
give
understand, I think it
a
will be
real world example of any application, like supposingly a Amazon application or something? Can you map this with something easy to, Amazon app where this is the implementation and this is
That's
the
what I'm
Pega?
telling. You don't
Yeah.
need to think too much. You just imagine like there are two applications or three applications like that. See, we ourselves has created Pega platform. On top of it, framework one. On top of it, implementation. If I want to create, I would have created one more framework. Okay. So we cannot say any other business. Okay. That is not required. You just understand in a generic perspective. That is pretty much fair enough. In place of FW, write down Amazon or something, that's up to you. Okay. So, but you need to understand only the concept. Concept means built on application. What is meant by built on application? the base application is going to be the built on. So where is this relation place? Where it is being defined? This is where it is being defined. Can I change it? Yes, if we want, we can change it. Okay. If you understand these 3 points, given any requirement like this, you will be able to do it. Clear, everyone? But do not think about too many adding three different layer cakes and all, and again combination. You will get confused as a beginner, and you will forget even the basic concepts. Okay. So why I was telling about this, showing about this application to application relation, the reason is very simple. You worked on forward engineering, that is creating application on top of another application by using wizard, click on application and then create. That is okay. That is called as forward engineering requirement. You will not only be getting the forward engineering requirements. You may be asked, there are applications already available. Please make this application as built on application for another application. If this type of requirement is given, how do you work on it? Because you know only forward engineering, you don't know how to make these changes and all. This is called change request. What is this called as? Change request. How do you work on this? You will be able to work on this only when you know about this concept additionally. Okay. Even if you know how to create one on top of another in a forward engineering, when you do not know about this place, you cannot work on the second requirement. You cannot implement. The possibility of getting second requirement is more than this one. This anyhow you will do at the very initial stages. Your tech leads will be doing. By the time you join, everything will be done. Maybe in future, anytime if they ask you to modify here and there, you need to know about it. Clear, everyone? Okay, so this is about, we are done with application creation and the related things about the application as of now. So the next two topics that we are going to discuss about, let me list down here. Topics are, first one is encapsulation, OOPS concepts. What is that? OOPS concepts and Pega combinedly. Okay, encapsulation. Okay, and then class, and then inheritance, Pega inheritance. Okay, and types of inheritance in Pega. Types of inheritance in Pega. These are the different concepts, topics we are going to learn about. So first, let me tell you about encapsulation concept. Okay, you know the meaning of capsule. What is a capsule? Capsule you have seen, right? It's a tablet. Okay, so what will be there in capsule? So the capsule you are going to see, right? Is that the actual medicine? No. What is actual medicine? Actual medicine will be there inside. Actual medicine that is present inside is being covered by something, some material, whatever that can be. Okay. And the inside, whatever the medicine you have, that is some combination of different chemical components. Yes or no? Same way. Encapsulation meaning something is being covered. Okay. This capsule has the functionality. This capsule has a proper behavior. Okay. You take capsule 1. Okay. It is going to reduce the body heat. Take capsule 2. Okay. It is going to make the blood circulation properly without any blockages. It will clear the blockages. Like this, each one has a specific functional processing behavior. Yes or no? And another example also we can say. What is the example of encapsulation? First, encapsulation means it is called as grouping of, generally we say things. Okay, but here I can say attributes plus functions. Functions in the sense, for our understanding as of now, functionalities means functional components. I can say functional components. See, functional components plus attributes grouped together into one single unit structure. One unit structure is there. Inside that we have attributes plus functional components. All this together is encapsulated. All this together is encapsulated. So this encapsulated unit has the proper behavior and all combinedly. Okay, I'll tell you one example, very simple. I have a laptop now. My laptop overall, whatever I'm seeing, is an encapsulated unit. What are the different functional components that are available in this? Keyboard, Okay, mouse, motherboard, processing unit, bus cables, RAM, hard disk. These are all what? Individual functional components. Yes or no? And these are being encapsulated, grouped together into one single unit that is called as encapsulation. We are calling the process as encapsulation. Then what are the attributes? In this one, what are the attributes you can see? So this particular encapsulation unit should produce some behavior. Yes or no? This will produce behavior when you give the commands. When you give the commands through the keyboard or mouse. That commands, whatever that we are giving, we are saying open notepad. By clicking on it, we are doing it. Open notepad is an attribute command that is being taken by the system. System is behaving accordingly. System is behaving accordingly. Functional components are running accordingly, taking that attribute. That attribute usually an input value. We call it as input values, inputs. We call it as. I'll tell you another example. Let's say for example a car. So car is an encapsulated unit. Vehicle. Car is an encapsulated unit. What are the different functional components? Wheels, steering, engine, petrol tank, petrol driving related functional component. Like this, there are a number of functional components, right? Okay, gearbox, all that. And what are attributes now? The speed related gear number. If you say 2, accordingly the acceleration will be managed. Or if you say 5 gear, then acceleration will be more. Okay, based on these attributes as an input you are supplying. Another input is fuel. Fuel is also an attribute. So fuel is as an input, and this gear numbers and all as an input. Acceleration is going to happen, and the movement is going to be controlled accordingly. So overall, the behavior of output what we are expecting from a car is traveling from one place to another place. The movement. This has been provided not by a single functional component. Multiple functional components which are encapsulated, all are working together coordinatively. Yes or no? All are working together coordinatively. One functional component is going to supply the details to another functional component. From there to third functional component. Like that, all are coordinatively working together in order to produce some specific output behavior. So when you encapsulate only, it has a meaning. If I take engine separately, is there any meaning? Of course, it has a functional behavior to it. But overall, my requirement is I wanted to travel from one place to another place. Taking only engine, what can I do? So fitting that into one encapsulated unit like a car, then the overall goals you are going to achieve. Yes or no? So that is what generally we see in our real life. Every day we are seeing in our real life, laptop, car, this TV. Okay, that whatever it is, everything that you see here is encapsulated unit. Has some proper behavior and all. Our body. So we ourselves are encapsulated with so many functional organs. Okay, so if you take one functional organ separately, any meaning? No. So it should be encapsulated. Overall should be having some specific output behavior. Okay, so that's the in the real life what is happening. Actually, object oriented programming concept, object oriented programming system concepts are being taken from the human life. Encapsulation is human being. Yes or no? Okay. Next, see, in the object oriented programming system, they come up with some of the what do you call it as methodologies, okay, or some definitions. See, if you are developing a programming language by yourself like Java, C#, VB, you are coming up developing your own compiler and programming language. You can develop it as a structured programming language. You can develop it as an object oriented programming language. If you want to develop it as an object oriented programming language, you must be implementing the concepts that are being told in object oriented programming language. Understand? So your programming language should implement object oriented concepts. What are those? Encapsulation, inheritance, okay, polymorphism, all that has to be implemented in your programming language. Your programming language is said to be object oriented programming language. See, C language doesn't have any object oriented programming concepts. It is not object oriented. Java, C#, why you are calling object oriented? Because this Java, C#, they have implemented their technology by using object-oriented programming system concepts, out of which encapsulation is one of the concepts. Encapsulation is the concept in what? Object-oriented programming system. BPM is a business process management concept implemented by Pega. They come up with a product called PRBC, implemented by IBM. They came up with a product called IBM Lombard. Okay, like this, anyone can implement BPM, business process management methodology, can develop one tool. Similarly, anyone can implement object-oriented programming concepts, can develop one programming language. Then that programming language is said to be object-oriented programming language. So our concept is not understanding about the programming languages. Our focus is only on understanding the concepts of object-oriented programming system. Why we need object-oriented programming here in Pega? Because as I told you during the demo session, Pega is built based on Java for its internal business logic. So Java is object-oriented programming. That means while we are implementing something here, even though we are not going to write the code, object-oriented programming concepts we will be using. That's why we need to experience to understand which concept it is. That's why we need to know about the concepts. Everyone clear about encapsulation? What is encapsulation? It is a unit structure which has attributes plus functional components all works together to provide some specific output behavior. See, this encapsulation has been implemented in the object-oriented programming languages in the name of, what is that? Class. Class is an implementation of the concept encapsulation. Okay. So then what does a class contains? It contains the same S or no? So a class contains attributes plus functional components. I'll tell you an example. If you can imagine, it is very easy actually. You just imagine a book making machine. What is it? Book making machine. Meaning that if I am going, so the machine is going to take a white paper and it will create that as a book, and the output result will be what? A notebook. I'm talking about notebook. What is the input for the bookmaking machine? What do you supply? We supply paper. That is the main raw material. So we are going to have a raw material of paper supplied to the machine. Machine will take it and generate an output. What is the output? Notebooks. Okay. So here the machine is encapsulated unit. What are the different functional components in this machine? First, paper you are going to put it on rolling device. Some rolling functional component will be there. So on which you are going to give the paper, it is going to roll and then paper will be moved forward. There will be some sizing functional component. One functional component will be there, which is going to take the size of the paper up to which it has to make a cut. Then there will be a cutting tool which will cut at the respective marking place. Proceeded forward, there will be a binding tool which will bind it as a notebook by pinning or something. And then dispenser will be there which will dispense the book out. Correct? Many functional components working together. What is the input here? What are the attributes here? Paper is the input, output is book. Overall, this has a behavior of generating the books. This is a class. Other than paper, what are the attributes that we are going to pass to the machine? What are the different attributes? I'll tell you. How many number of books you wanted to generate as an output? You have to give it to the machine, right? You will be pressing 100. 100 means how many books you will be getting? That 100 is an input attribute value. Number of books is input attribute. What is the value you are giving? 100. And what is the size of the book? You have to tell the machine. Suppose if I press A4, A4 books 100. So size of the book is one attribute and number of books is another attribute. These are attributes and there are different functional components. All works together to produce some specific output behavior. That is what class means. The functional components will be created or placed inside class. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now we will go back to day one class. What did we discuss on day one? We discussed about application, right? Generally, I'll open application diagram and show you. On day 1, we discussed about application. What did we discuss there? I'm sorry. How can I get it the other direction? Maybe another diagram. No. Okay. So on day 1, we discussed like application contains functionalities. Yes or no? Application is set of functionalities. At the time of discussing about application, what did we discuss? Application is set of functionalities. I told you an example also, and that is true. But today, what am I saying? Class is collection of functionalities plus attributes. So day 1, we discussed like functionalities will be there inside application. But today we are discussing like functionalities will be there inside class. Which one out of these two is true? Actually, both are true. Both are true. I will tell you how. See, actually, functional components will be there inside classes only. But the classes will be there inside application. Where the classes will be? Classes will be there inside application. Overall, the functionalities are there inside application. Yes or no? In that perspective, I told you. That time we did not discuss about class. So I was not mentioning about it. So an application is set of functionalities. Okay. But where does this functionalities available? If you go inside application, you'll find classes and number. And inside classes, you'll find different functional components. Okay, everyone clear? So class is collection of attributes plus functionalities which will produce some specific behavior. Okay, now we leave about this hardware components and all. We go to a business structure and try to understand about class little bit more. Okay, and I need to also tell you about types of classes. What else I need to cover? Types of classes. That also I should tell you anyhow. First, see, you are creating an application using some technology to replicate your business model. Yes or no? To replicate your business model, you are going to create application. So your entire application is your entire business. So we'll understand by an example. Let's take a bank. Bank is a business entity, correct? So that bank you are replicating and creating it as an application using some technology. So bank application. Okay, done. So you imagine it physically outside how it is available. Inside a bank, you step into a bank. There will be different departments. Yes or no? Bank as a whole unit, it doesn't do process the business and all as a whole unit. Inside bank, you have department 1. You can imagine like rooms. Room 1, room 2, room 3. This each room is equal to one department. Department 1, department 2, department 3, like that. What are the different departments? Just a high level. Okay. So you have bank. Bank is what? Application. Inside bank you have loan department. Okay. And banking operations will be there, right? Banking department. Okay. And then insurance department. Okay. And let's say verification department will be there. Yes or no? Verification department. Stop here. Okay. Each department will have a specific behavior. Yes or no? I want loan. Where my processing will get initiated? Loan department. I want to open a bank account. Where? I wanted to take a new insurance policy. Then insurance department. If bank is application, each of the departments will be. So we discussed about two topics. Application, classes. Inside classes, function. Class will have a specific execution behavior. Yes or no? To process something. Now, if bank is being created as an application is being created replicating bank, in order to replicate these departments, what should I create?
Class.
I should create classes. So each class, whatever we are discussing, class is equal to one department in the real business. See, is your entire business going to have only one department or multiple departments? Why multiple department? That is the question. So your entire business is going to have multiple departments. You said, okay, why multiple? I'll go with only one department does everything. Why multiple departments? Tell me in general, in reality, not about technology. See, I'm trying to explain you the concept of technology matching with real world. Okay. If you don't know about real world, there is no meaning of learning technology. See, you are sitting learning. Class is an instance of object. Class is an instance of object. Class is blueprint of object. you are going to write down in the exam, you'll get 2 out of 2 marks. There is no use. There is no use. You learn laptop is an object, laptop is a class, it has functional components and all. You understand what is class, but in reality, I'm asking you show in the business what is class. You are not able to tell. You cannot be a tech lead. You can. Now I came to you. I told you this is my business setup. I want a digital application. Can you create? You should know what to be created as an application. You should know what to be created as a class. You should know how many classes to be created. All that you should design as an architect. Then only you are said to be a technical person. Okay, otherwise you are not techie. Okay, so why we need to have different departments in the business? Why not only one department? That is a simple question. Easy to handle. Someone said it is easy to handle. Of course, if I'm doing everything in one place, it is difficult. Okay, easy to handle instead of that easy to maintain. Banking operations specifically, I can maintain here. Okay, if I want to take a report or anything related to banking, it is very easy to maintain when I have different departments. Banking, insurance put together, it will be a confusion and difficult to maintain. Yes or no in reality? Same way, in the real world, what is your business setup? I should know. First of all, if I want to create an application for you, what should I know? I should know your real business structure. You draw it and give me. So, okay, this is our overall organization bank. Inside that department 1, department 2, 4 departments I told you. Now I'll create one application for bank. How many classes I'll create? 4 classes. Now business is telling you. See, loan transactions will get initiated here. Banking will get initiated here. Insurance will get initiated here. Verification, is it going to initiate any business transaction? Yes or no? Generally think about it and tell me. Are they going to initiate any business transaction? No. Then are they going to participate in the transaction processing? With whom? With only loan or with only bank or with only insurance or all three?
All three.
Means verification department is a common department. That's what they are telling us. We need to keep this point in mind and accordingly we have to design our technical system. Understand everyone clear? Keep this point in mind. We'll come back to it later. Clear everyone? So class you understand, right? Now types of classes. What is it? Next topic, types of classes, that I will tell you tomorrow. Today I told you the relation between applications. See, our learning process will proceed here like this: forward engineering, change request, reverse engineering, change request. Both ways you need to learn. Only learning forward engineering you cannot learn. Suppose if you have learned only how to create application and if you have left it, okay, given this requirement, 2 different applications are there, you please match it now one on top of another, you will not be able to implement. But initially if I give you a requirement scratch from the beginning, you will be able to do. But this change request, will you be able to do? You will not be able to do the change request. So that's the reason why it is very, very important for a developer to understand forward as well as backward, reverse. And also you need to always focus on the real world business to understand the technology. Okay, we discussed about what is an application already, and today we discussed about encapsulation and class. Example for the class as a physical object, example for a class as an operational unit. Okay, so each class that we are going to create in any application must be some specific department which has some specific operations being done. Okay, that is going to be created as a class. Given a business structure, you should be able to draw the structure of classes in your application using technology. Then you have to make it a hands-on reality. Okay. So I will be sharing a theory document related to classes, which will talk about class plus abstract, concrete types of classes, all that. That will be covered tomorrow. You read only up to class. That is pretty much fair enough. Make sense, everyone? Clear? Online resources, are you clear?
Yes, yes.
And we posted a fresher requirement, but that is not for your batch as of now because you did not do with the training. Okay, see, that is for the obviously the old batch students can participate there. Okay, so the requirement is like for one of the product based company, and initially 3 days back also we posted the same requirement, but that time we posted only 2022. So yesterday we have visited their company and they invited us. Okay, instead of saying invited, they have given appointment to us. Okay, and we requested them in a convincing way for 2021 pass outs, and not only BTech, any degree we have requested. They told if the candidate is extraordinary, we don't bother about degree. Ask them to come down. Okay, use shortlist and then share us. Okay, so BTech 2022, 2021 or any degree pass outs are okay. And one more thing they told, if the candidate is already working employee on testing, non-IT, anything, we will give them 7 lakh salary, 7.5 like that they told, right? 6 to 7.5 like that they told. If they are willing to work as a fresher with us, we will take them. That is also okay. So that people also, so if you're working for Wipro, but you're working as a desktop engineer, or you're working in Google Maps in Wipro, okay, you wanted to pursue career into IT, where you wanted to go as a fresher. You are done with Pega training and CSS certification. You can apply for this job. Okay, so maybe for you, you will be getting similar opportunities in future. Not all companies will come up with the same criteria model. Okay, it depends on our request also. So they agreed, and finally, and as we have requested, they agreed to take this and see. So if we are going to give good resources this time, next time they will come. If our students are not performing, they won't come next time. Okay, so from day one itself, start your preparation. See, after we sent this message yesterday, from old batches, even past 6 months batches also, they called us back and they are asking, Harsha, I am not yet been prepared. Can you please give me one more month time? And all. Even if I give one more month time, that person will not do, I'm sure. Okay, you are already done with the training. You should always be ready with your skill to get into the job. See, this is the recession time. I already told you at the beginning of training, we don't have opportunities for fresher, but we were able to bring one opportunity. Okay, this is also a career for you as well as for us. Okay, your win-win situation is for you, me, and the company also. If you guys are not selected, the company will never come to us once again. Okay, see, if I take a candidate who doesn't have knowledge and if I give them, if you fail in written test itself, what will happen? Your students are not able to crack even written test. Please don't. We will not come back again. They will say that. See, after 6 months also, if you are coming back and asking me, can you give me one more month? What does it mean? 3.5 months training. Training completed 6 months back. You called me today, and again you are saying, can you please do me some favor? Can you please push me? What should I push? Okay, you will ask that you are asking me, please bring some company for fresher openings. We tried and brought it. Now you are asking me again, can you please talk to HR and push me? I will push you. After you sitting in the seat, can you please ask someone to do my homework? Okay, I should not tell you examples. My examples will be very straightforward and hit the face. Okay, so please make sure that you are going to put your efforts from day one itself. Okay, day one itself, you be thorough with the subject. You don't know when the opportunity will knock your door. The moment opportunity knocks your door, you should be ready. Okay, be ready with the skill. Opportunity will come for sure. No company has fresher openings outside they posted. It is very difficult to bring one fresher opportunity in this critical situation of time. Yes or no? But we have tried our level best to talk to them, and that too not a simple small company. It's a product based company, no recession industry. Which industry doesn't have a recession? Medical, healthcare industry. Okay, no recession industry we are brought at this time. Okay, so if you are going to get into that company, definitely you will not face recession at all. Okay, so please make sure that the eligible candidates, whoever, if you are eligible to be a fresher, target on your these things, like all the freshers should start attending this one. What is that? Aptitude training for free of cost in our batch. Okay, we will update you the timings and all. You must attend. Okay, at the time of sending next time profiles, we don't want to do all this. You should be ready by that time. We have to send immediately. Okay, so please make sure you never come back and ask me for a favor. The favor is to bring the job opportunity. Beyond that, nothing is required actually. And what is the document that I have to attach? Oops concepts I am attaching, and this practical one document I created, right? That also I'm going to attach. 604. This is the document I'm going to attach. Okay. So please make sure that regularly prepare and regularly attend the interviews. I'll tell you the interview process also. Your batch is 604, right? I already prepared. Every month, 4th Saturday, you have to give your interview. You have to give. You are not giving interview. You are not going to come back to us looking for resume preparation help or anything. Okay. It is mandatory for every student here. Regularly practice. Your batch is going to get the this one. Okay, 604 on when it is 604 4th Saturday of every month. So we have 3.5 months almost. You will be giving 4 times. You must be giving the interview. So this month we are done with subject maybe 20 topics. Minimum 15 topics you should give. Understand? 10 to 15 minimum. Remaining 5 are optional. Next time you add. Okay, like that. Every month one should start giving the interviews. This is a process that must be followed by everyone, online or offline. I'll give you the time slots. Okay, I have written here. I will send you the phone numbers included here. Maybe if I have to make a little bit of changes, I'll do it. Go through it, you will understand. And Saturday, right? You have to schedule your interview the respective week by Wednesday evening itself. By Wednesday evening itself, your schedule should be done. You have to schedule from your end. You have to make a phone call from your end. Okay, I'll once again tell you the process. So be ready for that. So your batch 604, we have already decided it is 4th Saturday. Okay, so when is your interview? 1, 2, 3, 4. 25th of March, you have interview on all the topics that are going to be done up to 21st. Okay, these 3 days, okay, no problem, 4 days. Okay, up to 21st, whatever we do, till that topics you need to give an interview, oral interview, classroom students like this, and online students on phone call. They have to give. We are multiple resources who will be taking interview. What will happen after you are done with interview? Immediately, we will give you the feedback. What are the positives? What are the negatives? Where you should focus more, and what way you have to pronounce and all. Okay, all that. But you need to practice daily. You need to go through theory documents. Overall summary points you are writing in the notes, right? You speak out those summary points in front of the mirror at least. Okay, in front of the camera, say yourself so that you'll get your tongue twisted for the technical terminals. Okay, the practice now itself. By first interview, you should be able to pronounce fluently the technical terms and all, like how I am doing. So that is a regularly, if you are saying the same words, automatically you'll get the fluency. Okay. Go ahead. Someone was trying to ask something. What was that? You're trying to ask something? Okay. So, and also your fees payments to be done by tomorrow maximum. Tomorrow also we will allow, because it is a month end. We just did not bother much about it for few candidates. Okay. Usually after 3 days only that will be done. But because of month end, so tomorrow will be first. By tomorrow evening, please complete at any cost. Okay, everyone. And tomorrow, I mean, like tomorrow is Tuesday, no? Wednesday, no? Okay. Thursday morning, I will collect all the details of all students who are enrolled by Thursday morning. Friday link will change and you will not be getting. Okay, clear? Okay, you can wind up for today. I have added the documents, right? Okay, so you can wind up for today. We will be working on towards getting into the job. That is our goal. For that, preparation will be from day one itself. Okay. Do we have any written